Ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee now joins us, Representative McCaul. Congressman, great to see you as always. No question about it. This is an historic breakthrough. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, quote, the greatest advancement toward peace in 2 decades. Is he right about that?
Oh, he's absolutely right. I just got off the phone with the Israeli ambassador and the ambassador from the Emirates. And, you know, this is really only the 3rd time we've had a peace negotiation that's come through in the Middle East. The first was with Anwar Sadat in Egypt, and then with Jordan. Now we have the very first Arab Gulf state now recognizing the sovereignty of the state of Israel. I can't tell you how significant that is for a Gulf state in the Arab world to recognize Israel. And I really commend the president for his leadership, but also Jared Kushner, who I know has really been, behind the scenes making this thing work. This is a game changer in the Middle East, and we hope that other Gulf Arab states will follow after UAE's leadership in the region.
Yeah, that was my next question. Will this seriously inspire other nations in the region to also engage in negotiations and hopefully a peace deal, and what nations might those be?
Well, I think Bahrain is certainly, I think, the next in line. They've been very closely aligned with our interest in the Gulf area. So I would imagine Bahrain's going to fall in line very soon after this announcement by UAE. I do want to commend the Crown Prince of UAE for the Emirates for showing such courage, because there's a lot of pressure and there's going to be a lot of blowback in that part of the world by the more radical Islamist nations like Iran. And I saw Erdogan, lashed out, and of course the Palestinians. But I do think Bahrain's the next. Sudan, I think, is on the list. It would be great if Saudi Arabia followed his suit, because then you'd have the backing of the Arab Gulf states that I think eventually, Greg, could lead to a peace settlement with the Palestinians. But what the Emirates told me today was, we're not going to wait for the Palestinians. We're going to go forward with the peace process with an economic powerhouse like Israel, and the UAE is an economic powerhouse as well.
Well, even Joe Biden praised the peace deal, or was told to praise the peace deal, which is more likely. But then, unbelievably, he claimed credit for it himself. He said, oh, the Obama-Biden administration laid the groundwork for this. That coming from the same man who, if I recall correctly, took credit for inventing the Model T and the incandescent light bulb. But we'll leave that for another day. Congressman McCaul, good to see you as always. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Greg.